Hi, my name is Jennifer Chike, and I am running for school board for District 189. So my husband and I moved to the city about 7 years ago. We now have 4 children. We live right behind 73rd Street. And when my children got of school age and we started, to put them into district schools, public schools, I learned quickly that this wasn't the type of education that I wanted my child to get. Things like when I would pick up the phone and needed answers, folks wouldn't pick up, or him not getting the supplies that he needed in order to be present in class. This was during the pandemic. A lot of back and forth just with the principal, and it was an overall very frustrating process trying to get what I needed as a parent. And post-pandemic, a lot of the students aren't even able to step into the classroom. So every day I was sending my kid to school, not knowing anything beyond the doors, that he would walk into. I didn't know his teacher, I didn't know his classmates, and there wasn't any alternative. I know we all went through the pandemic, but there wasn't any alternative to this is the situation, but this is what we have instead. And so I just couldn't accept that. And the more I talked to parents around the city, I learned that I was not the only one feeling this way. And I learned quickly through observing, the switch out of principals every other year and just wondering what is going on. And so in working with Parents United for Change and contacting other parents around the city, we knew that we had to do something. So Marie Franklin, somebody that I had worked with during the pandemic on a campaign called Rise 189, which existed to call the district to better. And this was pre-pandemic. So pre-pandemic, we were already, behind. But so even more so after the pandemic, so much has changed. There's so much fatigue in children. They come to school, zoned out. We're not able to reach them in the same way. And so we all agree, we have to do something different. So when Marie announced that she was running for mayor, my husband and I got together and we said, this is significant because we know who she is and what she stands for. And I just thought, man, if there is any opportunity for change, this is it. So we prayed, what do we do with this information that she's running? And, since our kids are our treasures, everyone wants the best for their children. This is our shot to be able to get in there and to get onto the school board and offer transparency, transparency and integrity, that we're not going to be bought out by people. We don't want anyone's money. We want to be, Kiana and I, who's also running for school board, we want to be on that board to make sure that every dollar this district gets is being used the best way that it can to benefit the students in this community. Because East St. Louis is our home. And if kids aren't being educated the way that they need, if they're not getting the resources that they need, then we as a community have a big problem. And so I knew we had to get involved. I'm privileged to be able to be and serve on Marie's ticket. Upon getting onto the school board, I'm hoping to create a different culture where we don't accept bribes, where we are doing the work of seeing what is actually working for our kids. Bringing new leaders to the table who think differently, who are creative. There are options for our Black children. Let's talk about some of those. Let's get parents that come to the school board meetings because we're going to be productive. We want to hear what they have to say. We want to invite everyone who can benefit our children to the table so that we can create real change because their voices are needed. So that is why I'm running. Those are a couple of the things that I'm wanting to bring to the table once elected. And it's a privilege to serve with Marie Franklin running for mayor, Lorenzo Savage for city council, Paris Grimmett for city council, myself, Jennifer Chike for school board, and Kiana Grimmett for school board.